Akufo-Addo. It's going to be exciting as we look at what has been achieved and what more lies ahead. Make a date with me later today. See you. Hello, my name is Professor Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Hello, my name is Professor Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Join me later today on Loyalladies Live on all the social media handles of Loyalladies as we discuss what the Ghana Standards Authority has contributed towards the success of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It's going to be exciting as we look at what has been achieved and what more lies ahead. Make a date with me later today. See you. Hello, my name is Professor Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Hello, my name is Professor Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Join me later today on Loyalladies Live on all the social media handles of Loyalladies as we discuss what the Ghana Standards Authority has contributed towards the success of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It's going to be exciting as we look at what has been achieved and what more lies ahead. Make a date with me later today. See you. Hello, my name is Professor Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Hello, my name is Professor Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Join me later today on Loyalladies Live on all the social media handles of Loyalladies as we discuss what the Ghana Standards Authority has contributed towards the success of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It's going to be exciting as we look at what has been achieved and what more lies ahead. Make a date with me later today. See you. Hello, my name is Professor Alex Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Hello, my name is Professor Alex Dodoo, Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Join me later today on Loyalladies Live on all the social media handles of Loyalladies as we discuss what the Ghana Standards Authority has contributed towards the success of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It's going to be exciting as we look at what has been achieved and what more lies ahead. Make a date with me later today. See you.
Loyalladies TV so ejubedi ayatumi din say Loyalladies Live. See it's not to say ya now nim say nyuma pa ye mampehini His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene na aban hunsem ene ye ba beka. Ene mene Professor Alex Dodoo ena eba bedi nkomo. Professor Alex Dodoo Director General Edema Ghana Standards Authority. But before we delve into the conversation, I would urge all of you to like, to comment, share and invite friends to join our live video. Professor Alex Dodoo, welcome.
Thank you.
Ghana Standards Authority. Who or what is the Ghana Standards Authority?
Wow. The Ghana Standards Authority is actually a very big institution doing several things. So first and foremost, the Ghana Standards Authority is Ghana's national standards body. The Standards Authority sets standards. If you want to call something a Ghana standard, it has to be endorsed by the Ghana Standards Authority. So we set standards and we represent Ghana on all international standard bodies. And I'm taking my time on this because I'm almost Ghana any standards. Yeah, standards, international standards.
Okay.
We have the best in the world, and we represent Ghana at the world level to ensure, say, the standards in Ghana for goods, for services, and for products are the same as anywhere in the world, if not better, based on that condition. Secondly, we are in charge of a big way we call it conformity assessment. Very simple. We test, we inspect, we certify. In Tiaman for brain, say you have the mark on their products and they come here for the certification mark, which is a job we do. And the third and very important job we do at the Standards Authority is controlling weights and measures in trade. People buy, people sell. However, in buying and selling, if there is no referee, cheating happens. True. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. From biblical days, people cheat. So our job is to ensure that what you pay for, whether it is petrol or current or data, is what you actually get. So we are actually the custodian of weight and measures. And last but not the least, we are in charge of inspections for all imports. And indeed, by law, also exports leaving the country. So we are an inspection body. We are a conformity assessment body. We are a National Metrology Institute, and we are a certification body.
So what is your core mandate here at the GSA?
At the GSA, we do two things. We protect consumers and we promote trade.
Okay.
So our job is simple. Keep people safe and make them happy by making them rich. So for us, we are businessmen and women.
Okay.
Or we are supposed to make businessmen and women very happy.
Okay. Under what sector ministry do you operate? Is it the Ministry of Trade or the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation?
So in 1967, when the GSA was established, it more or less was part of the then CSIR, which is part of the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. But the GSA, as stands now, has been for a long time under the Ministry of Trade and Industry. This because Ghana realized that trade and industry is business. His Excellency the President believes in trade, he believes in free trade, he believes in African trade. So the GSA is seen as a critically important part of that rapid industrialization agenda. Okay. If you are going to do business, you need to industrialize. If you are going to industrialize, you need quality. To do good quality, you need standards or measurement or testing. And if you have all that, then you can do business. Exactly.
Okay. Oftentimes, people tend to confuse the Ghana Standards Authority and then the Food and Drugs Board. I want to know the difference between these two entities and also who is in charge of the standardization or certification of what?
Okay. I mean, one of the most important things is excellency. In addition to the 100,000 different excellent things the president has done, is to ensure that the people he has put in positions, whether GSA, FDA, are the right people and they are the right mix. And why do I say that? Historically, people saw the Ghana Standards Authority and the Food and Drugs Authority as two agencies who are always fighting. Since His Excellency appointed Mrs. Memidakun and Professor Alex Dodoo, there's not been one fight and there will be no fight.
Wow.
Purely because, one, we know that we have a leader who has appointed us to serve Ghanaians. So there's no fight. So why was there a fight or duplication or confusion? Prior to the establishment of whether FDA, National Petroleum Authority, NCA, Energy Commission, or all the various regulatory authorities, there was only the Ghana Standards Authority.
Okay.
So we were like the grandfather. You set the standards, you police it, you become like a de facto regulator, which is understandable for a new nation. But as regulatory authorities are established, they do work in their areas. So when you look at the Food and Drugs Authority, they are responsible for the regulation of food, medicines, cosmetics, household chemicals. The law is with them. GSA establishes standards, FDA enforces the standards.
Okay.
But the law knows that we have to work together. So we were intended to work together, and as we sit, we are working together. Indeed, Loyalladies heard it first. But what is happening is that the Ghana Standards Authority and the Food and Drugs Authority, for those who need approval from both authorities, we've harmonized it so that it's a one-stop shop. Because at the end of the day, moving business forward is our job, not creating unnecessary bottlenecks which frustrates consumers, makes people very angry, makes it very annoying, and at the end of the day, it doesn't bring money to anybody. We are a party of progress. The New Patriotic Party believes in people progressing in life. And the only way that happens is when their individual businesses move. The NPP is never a party whose foundation depends on getting money from government sources. We rather believe in creating money by using government as a facilitator, rather than people seeing the state money as their pot. So everyone knows, we say we are a party of businessmen and women, and our job is to create businesses across Ghana. Regardless of your party political affiliation, we want you to be rich. But we believe that we do it best. And if you talk to NPP, you are talking to business.
We do it best.
We do it best. In fact, we are the only one who does it best across the sub-region, across the region. In fact, one day across the world.
I'm sure we all agree. Prof, let's say I have a product and I want to take this product through the quality assurance process, maybe testing, and then subsequently get certification for it. What is the process? What process do I have to go through to ensure that my product is certified for public consumption?
Good. I like the word certified and approved. If you are dealing with pharmaceuticals, household chemicals, food, without approval from the Food and Drugs Authority, you cannot sell. You can go and get anything from anywhere else. The law says FDA. However, we also realize that people value the Ghana Standards Authority certification mark. So our question is, how do we ensure that you can get both without paying for much? So now FDA will tell you, go to GSA for it to be tested. And yes, there are challenges. People say the testing fee is high and so on and so forth.
I was going to get to that.
Okay.
Yes, because we have a lot of people, especially youth entrepreneurs, saying that they want to bring their products to your outfit for testing. Now, so the charges around it is so high. So I want to know, do you have any plans of reviewing the fees so that it can help people, especially our young entrepreneurs?
Okay. Let me start with the good news.
Okay.
Food and Drugs Authority and Standards Authority, Yahu say, if we don't help young people, they'll fall off. If you charge a very young entrepreneur 5,000 cedis, that may be his whole capital or her whole capital.
That's true.
So, for starters, we have been doing it, but now we are doing it more. So we have the National Board for Small Scale and Industries, NBSSI, where Kosi Yankee is the CEO. Anybody who goes there and you are registered, once you come here, your fees are reduced by 90%.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that slashes your fee. We are thinking of smarter ways of doing it so that Even if you don't go there, you get access to the same. Now, testing is expensive because you use chemicals to test. You want to be sure the product is good. The Food and Drug Authority has already started for small-scale manufacturers. They call them cottage industries, where the FDA is giving scales. The Standards Authority is doing the same, graduated scale. Someone producing for 10 people is not going to be exposing the food or item to as many people as someone producing for 100 million people. So by using a graduated approach, you meet each according to their stage, and you give them whether it's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And it's done in a lot of countries. So what we have said is that we've started a conversation on how do we help industry. One, we believe in local industry. Two, we want local industry to flourish. I mean, look at cosmetics, our young ladies and gentlemen, it's world class. Now, without us intervening to hold their hands and bring them up, they'll fall off.
Sure.
Because they need to think of packaging. Then you say, oh, at the end, there are gems in it. Master, on your dang, but by talking to us and by we bringing you together, slashing the testing fee for you, and then charging realistic rates, because now if you look at the big companies, what they are charging is really not acceptable. I can't mention any name, but you know the big guys. Yeah. Why should they be paying thousands of cedis for testing, and the same for the poor man or woman in my village? So these are where we have reached, and one of the ways we stop is one, NBSSI, two, Food and Drug Authority and Standards Authority are saying that where the processes done by them are the same as us, why don't we do it once? So currently, if you come to Standards Authority and we test your products, the results you send to the FDA is final. Okay. Now, if you take that results and you go through the FDA process and you get approval and you come to us, we will not come and inspect, nor do anything. Based on the work FDA has done, we'll charge you something small and give you certification. Okay. That way, one, we cut the time in half, but two, we also reduce the price. Then you are encouraging the youth to rise. But please note, quality is not negotiable. What we do, and it's sometimes very difficult to explain to businessmen, we test your products, we inspect your processes and your facility. If you are producing something for human beings to eat, where are you keeping your ingredients? How do you ensure, say, when you say it's cocoa every day? You don't want someone's kerosene to fall into the cocoa, people will die, and then asamaba. Yeah. So really, a lot of the questions is for public protection and for brand protection as well. Because if your product is a popular product, the public has trust in the product, and we have to protect them, but also protect your business. So entrepreneurs should understand the processes may sometimes be slow because you have to do the right thing. Our job, and please note, Sally, our job is never to fail you. Okay. Our job is to help you meet the standards.
Meet the standards.
Yes, because some failure, Ghana fail. Because if anybody fails, the one who likes the cocoa or the Tom Brown or the medicine or the cosmetic doesn't get it. So one, somebody doesn't get a product they need. Two, a businessman doesn't get to sell. So for us, any impossibility or difficulty in meeting the standard or the requirements is frustrating to us. But if we all agree, businessman, Standards Authority or Food and Drug Authority, or all three usually, if we all agree that we are helping you to meet a requirement that protects the consumer and promotes your business, you see, say there's no big English. So that is what we are here to do. And indeed, the nose masks, the face masks, the sanitizers are all examples where we have actually gone out to help people. And those who haven't met it, we've advised them on what to do. We haven't said, stop this, stop that. No, we are not policemen. We are business promoters. Okay, FDA is a regulator. They are supposed to not talk to industry because they have to be independent. No conflict. But Standards Authority, we are consumer protection agents as well as trade facilitators. So we are both businessmen and consumers, and we are supposed to talk to all of them.
This is getting interesting. I like something you said. Quality is non-negotiable. We will take a short break. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Nana kufuado. Waye bia mayen. Enkankani ehia fo mo browa fo ye ni aye ni bie. Mi a me gina he mi den dia kue free. Mi firi obo ase akro from amancham. Mi ti kuma setafo. nyankopɔn anim nie NPP aban aboa me pa ma fa ho kyerem nanso ene obi a wohwe me bia hu me a obahu se me wa asomdue te sa de me kan nana me da wase da se bre nyankopɔn won hyiraw obi a ho ahiafo mɔbɔ bia onyankopɔn hyira no nana wada roma kɔso na ho ahiafo mɔbrowa menhia wa nana nkam nim de meyɛ ebisa me nua ba ma pani a me de na kyire e wo boase akrofrom wo wugya me ya nana me kutama wono nso kutama anso nana wada roma ene free church ISS ada roma nana me nua mema no ne ma wawu agya me no miensa ena wa akrofrom free nana minya akrofrom ho school enti man tohwe nana wada roma nana asedan kan afa wo bakuma setafo nso a meka akire nana de medre nka me ye adwuma be ya hwe me ba wono so wanya bare free nana nyankopon won shiraw nana enti enedai mi gina ha me yare nanso meti samo ba ha no me yare nyina akọ me de ahopopo ene gie kase nka wose me suo nanso nana wada roma wapepa me ni suo nana nyankopon hyira koso na ho ahiafo mobbo na ho mobro mobbo nana nane a woyɛ no de nyankopon pa na woyɛ nana nyankopon won hyira na Paul was wasi so wakɔ ne nyankopon fie no wanhwɛ nachi wanhwɛ nanim na wakɔntentene so akɔpem so oduruyɛ nana akufo adoe bɛma ba amansawra ahiafo lɔya nana brebre nyankopon wonfa wunu amen.
Yeah, welcome back. This is Loyal Ladies Live. And now, Onipa Ene Chuchin Komo Professor Alex Dodoo. He is the Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. Akwaba biom Prof.
Yeah,
before I be break no, na ye Chuchin Komo fa process obe film and sign ya teste ama certificate e product no. Afe, yenhwe bibi. A lot of times no, ye ti say be a tertiary students and I say your local people nimpo no. Obia invented products be and machine be. Into machine ye besha ye who market soda. Is it because their products do not meet the quality assurance tests? And also, there's a growing perception say your outfit is a saboteur. Yes. You do not fasten the process of testing and then certification. How true is this?
It's not true. In fact, the Ghana Standards Authority and His Excellency Nana Dodoo Akufo-Addo is a facilitating agency, not a saboteuring agency. In fact, all agencies under him are working for progress, because if he hears that we are delaying, we are in trouble. But why is it that Ghanaian goods entrepreneurs, youngsters, we don't see them on the markets? It's actually several reasons. First and foremost here, Ghana need the angel investors. Case in point, young man, nice young man, why hand wash of free Kumasi buy. From day one, I catch you and say, you don't have product brochure, you don't have the product literature, blah blah blah. You be yacho. It's your friend IT PR department. Na designing brochure man. Na you to say to do this at scale is the only way I will survive. You can't do one a month and survive. If you sell it for 2,000, how much is your rent? Electricity, you're saying. But what me who say? Or idea no. Now where is the business around the idea? Today here pa say inventions are good, but entrepreneurship, how do you make money from your invention? Because smart people are not necessarily the best businessmen.
True.
And unfortunately, you can be a friend, one man business. But so in your business, but in your sales team, in your promotion team, in your weight team, and in fact, loyal ladies. And here say we should find a way within our membership and others around. How do you get young people to have a common interest? Say, hand washing thing, it's beautiful. Who are the communicators around who can do promotion, marketing, and sales? That's one team. Product development, or the buyer, we tested for free.
Free?
Yes, for free. FREE. In fact, all the hand chambers is either free or heavily discounted. Because you say these are all new things needed for COVID. It's not a time for profit. Into GSA, yen na ye chia man for the testing equipment, for everything to test it. In fact, in one case, for public relations, for it to be on the media, because we have to help. It is a national duty. And I say, Yemen or GSA, so because so statistics will produce hundreds or thousands. I say, here when your business, everyone say the stamp to swa. So the first thing is lack of one, angel investors, and two, an entrepreneurship culture and venture capitalists or angel investors are. Omega say, oh, let's help these young people. We may lose all our investment, but if you don't try, you don't go far. Because you're investors, you're a lot of entrepreneurs in Ghana. Say who is helping them. That's number one. Number two, Ghanaians. They say engine to say, if we don't buy our own, if we do not buy our own, we are asking for trouble. If 10 of us are put together, even 2,000 cedis each, I can supply in 6 months. It gets a working capital to start. About a year alone, government doesn't have all the money. And these are some of the small things. In my days, I mean, I was lucky. I went to school in the good old days. Okay. In the 80s, in KNUST. Those days it was UST. 84, 85, 86. There were a lot of very good artists. They were painting and drawing and selling to us. And making money. Most of them are big names. I won't mention their names so that people will know how their under was, that they started selling paper to us. But this is how you create an entrepreneurship spirit. Since you're Ghana, your experts are, they can compete with the best in anywhere in the world. In America, in UK, in Europe, in Japan. Now they're here and they say, how do you project them to the world? See, you can't just stay in Jamestown, Choco, do it, come to GSA, Unya Mark. You have to sell. And when the consumption goes up, demand from the sub-region will come. And then the rest becomes history. And see, it's a multifaceted thing. Now, when say all the state agencies, few people know, say, Standards Authority, FDA, Export Promotion Authority, with Asabia, your interest is about non-traditional exports. How do you help young people to take over West Africa? Wow. And before COVID, we had scheduled, say, a trade show. Because once you go on the road, Ghana Latasamina is one of the best. One of the things we've done critically, any Ghanaian product at our market, your critical standards. It's you can say your standard for Sobolo.
Sobolo.
Your internationally published standard for Sobolo. Yes. Wow. And it's also Sobolo, not what you call Europe. We've said what should not be in it. She said, do what? Bisap will sell. Your standards for bitters. Your standards for appeal, a petition.
Wow.
Your standards for plantain chips. Of course, your standards for oil and gas and all other things. But you don't say we are Ghanaians, we are an agricultural economy. Until you need to have requirements that even the lowest person can meet. Just offer a brew, your standards for a brew. Your grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Just also Tom maize, standardizer, your standards. Cocoa, your standards. Hausa cocoa, your standards. Fuller, your standards. Because at the end of the day, it's a tool. Just will be what US or see me here, fufu mix. Your name requirement, you know. If you follow the requirements, to me supply the US market. Fufu mix, need fufu. I call Japan. I call other countries across the world. Through the front door, not through chain. Because standards are a way of ensuring your business goes to the whole world. And we make sure the Ghana it is comparable to the world. And we publish it. So as we speak, there were almost 4,000 standards for different things. School uniform cry your standards. Oh, for free SHS cry your standards.
Interesting.
I can't cry every set standards for gathering places, for worship and other things. Because post-COVID, one of the biggest weaknesses I will say, quite a lot of meeting places, whether it's a mosque or a church, don't meet the standards of a place for public gathering. In case of accident, in case of earthquake, in case of outbreak. To COVID, I will say, like other countries, we are going to do it.
We can't take risk.
We should not take risk. And see, standards will be. And we will apologize if, say, sometimes you go online to fill forms. They're not that boring. Intermediate. Let us use the enterprise resource centers our government has seen, bringing all the agencies together. There are 79 or so in 79 districts. We call them enterprise resource centers. It's like business resource. It's so called as FDA, GSA, NBSSI, Ghana Revenue Authority. Because the most important weakness in all our structures, they say, everything is in English. And a good businessman who can make the best alata samina, maybe cannot even write her name or his name. But that should not be a barrier to accessing the services we have.
True.
That should not be a barrier. Speaking English, gobi doesn't bring money. A smart businessman, what do you call okro in only the difference between okro and garden eggs. Now on himself with the young chroma way and yadwa. And what we are saying is let's demystify the process. Yentrom will say this is why we do this and that and that. When they come in, we have national service men and women. That is why we hire them. Let them fill the forms for them. Oh, let us do business different. Let us mean what we say. So president can't every day say Ghana beyond aid. It is about these things. If you lift the bottom of the bottom up, trust me, they will get the buying power to buy. And as they buy, more buying goes on and everybody becomes rich. Now, so far, dear, we are only creating, or rather what we inherited as a party was a system whereby it's only the rich few who can buy from the rich few. But believe you me, if you are rich, your friends come, they don't even pay. They buy on credit. But the New Patriotic Party believes, say, if we don't socialize wealth by making everybody capable of generating their own money, keeping it and moving on in life, then this country will not go anywhere. And when we talk about Ghana beyond aid, which I'm very keen about, it's Adjoa beyond aid, Akosua beyond aid, Kwesi beyond aid. Beyond aid, say, who are doing, who are holding, yen born on your ska, no tell tax. Na Ghana taxes can be. Now find your roads and find your coin and find your railways. That is progress. We and yet complicated. Now, more for your dear notary, young as a party, we believe that this country's future is in Ghanaians becoming rich. A rich Ghana is when a man and a woman in the remotest village can afford to send their child to school, can afford to take a holiday in Dubai and come back without a debt. And I believe under this president, we will do it. We can see all the signs. If you are in Kayasem, go around and see the railways which have been done, see the roads which have been done, see the infrastructure, see the factories which have been created. Maybe it's about time we shout. Because at the end of the day, this is development focused on human beings, one family at a time, to bring people out of poverty and move them forward. No pay we up a day.
Talking about inheritance, what you inherited from the previous government, have you achieved anything in the last 3.5 years?
Once again, I'll start by first and foremost thanking His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for one, having the foresight to invite several of us to become part of his apostles for the vision he has. Because a lot of people don't realize that Ghanaians went to the poll and overwhelmingly voted for one man and his vice, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, to lead us. But so they said, let me call my followers, apostles and disciples, deacons and sub-deacons. For those of us who have been handed enough to have been chosen, because NPP, it's not because you are the best. You are the one that the anointing has fallen on at that moment in time, and you accept it. So we thank him very much for that, and we thank him for his vision. Because when you get a job, you don't need to go to the president and say, Master, when I was signing me letter, what do you want me to do? Rather, you say, what does he stand for? It's the first thing I'm here was to take the NPP manifesto. Because the manifesto of a party becomes the government's business.
Okay.
And under trade, government can also will promote consumer welfare by passing the Consumer Protection Bill, which is still in progress. And we will strengthen the operations of the Ghana Standards Authority. So people may say, my job is simple. So I printed those two as my Bible from day one. What have we done differently? I will say this organization can do much, much better. There were a lot of things which have never been done. Number one, gold our standards for gold and certification was not there. First, we did it.
Okay.
Two, we look at the human resource. We needed more people. We needed to be in every region. Since we came, temporary staff and co, ideally 300 people. We opened an office in Wa, because we were never in the Upper West region. Wow. As we speak, all the 6 regions will have Ghana Standard Authority offices before the end of the year. We went to the border areas. Paga had an office. Yako, Hamali, Yako, KGB, and so on and so forth. Just to be sure that we are everywhere. Because our vision as GSA is the president's vision that Ghanaians everywhere deserve the same treatment, and they deserve excellent treatment regardless of where they live. We came and realized that Ghana has never had what we call a building code. We never have had the code. Never. Under this government, we have a building code to guide how every single construction in this country will go on. So whether it's a road, whether it's a hospital, whether it's anything you want to build, even your kitchen design, fire escape, fire exit, I mean, just name it, the type of material. And we are using both local materials, including rattan and bamboo for building, as well as imported material. We have that. We have made sure that weight and measures are being enforced. Now, petrol stations, from next year, we are going there 4 times a year. And as I speak to you, since we started enforcing, at the last count, more than 98% of them were complying. It is not by accident, it's because we are enforcing. We have made sure that where standards did not exist, we have created standards. Where human beings were not present, we have brought them. Gold is being certified. We created the first standards from hallmarking and purifying gold in Ghana. Now Ghana's gold can be purified and sold for value. Should I add more? Because I can go on forever and ever.
Viewers, let's take a quick commercial break. The conversation continues when we return.
Sampai. Wow, who's in it in there? And I mean, you have NPP now with him. I'm not about Loyalladies. I'm not about brain. Yes, I found. Why are the Panama shroud?
The Damasceno Mumpaya.
I'm not about a Santa Memo.
Loyalladies. I did my annual party, especially 2016 election. My party officer since '92 from the polling station. I be Pimene. Juma Mayeno. Phenomenal. Yeah, the Masipa. Munkoso Ansumunye. Bibiasu wa nimre emrepad mu no obiga ho faso.
Yo, your friend Chama want to me. Na abrebia me hweba bia TV a me hwa no ene Loyalladies TV. Etu mu nyina no yen ka mom ne hwe Loyalladies. Loyalladies ni ema ni e da mu nyina mas.
Welcome back. This is Loyalladies Live. If you just tuned in, I will urge you to like, comment, share, and invite friends to join our live video. Prof, what can I be?
Mankasa ya automobile standards. No, because among for names say Ghana started say assemble vehicles.
Achievements in Dawson.
Yes, His Excellency the President can say your vehicles for Ghana. You starting your standards. And TCC VW are starting assembling cars and rolling them out. Just to me made in Ghana VW, brand new.
Wow.
GSA approved.
This is impressive.
Under
your leadership, where do you foresee the GSA in the next 3 to 5 years?
The Ghana Standards Authority, as I have stated, say setting standards, testing, certifying, ensuring weights and measures even at the marketplace, ensuring that goods coming into the country meet the requirements. The biggest challenge we witnessed was the fact that the GSA is not known, nor is it present in all the districts in Ghana. In the next 3 to 5 years, a key part is that GSA, as the de facto trading standards organization, should be present everywhere in Ghana. And to this extent, we have actually signed with the local government service, since the local government service regulates, or rather is the father for all the district assemblies. Because where we can work with the district assembly and use people already posted there, even better. If they don't have people, but we put a chair in the district assembly, so that when you go to the assembly, we bring GSA services, even better. So that is number one. Number two, we want to formalize the national economy by being sure, say, Olunka for Gary becomes a thing of the past. If you had done it more then, so in your Gary, send for 1 kilogram of GSA certified grade 1 Gary. What say about him say, yes, 1 kilo of grade 1 is 1 CD. So 2 CDs, so 2 kilo. It makes your life easy.
Very.
It makes your life easy, but it also protects the farmer. Because sometimes, so quick crash here mobile. By year, I'm doing man for 1 CD, 1 CD. They do a crown than 10 CDs. Now they have done all the work. Now obi abenyaska wa cry. And yeah, in fact, for those of us and all Ghanaians believe in God, whether we are Christians or Muslims, we believe it's immoral. You know, as a party, we don't often talk, but NPP is a party. one of our key focus is looking after the poor and vulnerable. And among folk don't realize that it is the hallmark of all parties which want to create wealth. Because the Bible says that if you despise the poor, you insult his maker. And the maker of the poor is God. You don't want to insult God. And the enemy say, a boni passy, battens against the poor and the vulnerable. So for us, how do we help them? Help them by having skills to measure. And your name say, Nyadriano, so the 6 skills, so say, call 1 now, obenya 10 cities, say, call 2, obenya 20. You know, so that is a key thing we are trying to do. We have worked with the local government service, say, your cement, or when you go and buy block, they don't give you just sand. So we are certifying concrete products. Sometimes I'm up for top blocks, 100 blocks, or say, they sit down, time or the 1 block, but 2 blocks, one adani. It's not good. So critically, we want our services to be at the forefront, at the service of everyone. For those who are here entrepreneurs, whether you are tailors, hairdressers, dressmakers, the question we ask and say, post-COVID, who say from nose masks to fabrics, to handkerchiefs, the demand overseas is high. And his president's vision of Ghana having the African continental free trade area, business abapa. So whether it is your trade, whether it's your batik, whether it is your tie and dye, whether it is even your plantain chips, it will sell in Togo, it will sell in Benin, it will sell in Uganda, in South Africa. We, the GSA, have to open the doors by putting a stamp on it. To say, do what? No questions. It is exciting times. In fact, in the middle of the COVID crisis, no benefits are if we wake up and bind together and produce the quality goods and services at the neighborhood regions, as in West Africa and Africa needs. Seriously, in 3 years, there will be no Ghanaian poor person, unless you don't want to work. In that case, we'll give you your friend state support. Papa say those who want to work, who have a small idea. We don't need big ideas, so small idea. Plantain cheese, which is flavored with garlic, flavored with pepper, flavored with salt. Innovation there you will be. But what we need is an encouraging environment which helps people come up with their products, go to the market and sell. And please note, I have said it on several platforms, say making money is actually a blessing for as long as it's made legally and you pay your tithes and you pay your taxes. And Ghanaians should stop saying them in pesca. Ye pesika na ye hian wo kwan paso. Say we are betu in tax. Na say dake mo edemu yi. And you say dake mo a say si pi na usro. Ye pesa. Ye pekapa ye ntim ensinemu ye bedem. Ye kapa de say ye dem nti ye bedem.
Okay. Nti aside the fact say GSA any presence some of Yamantem Nibino. Have you experienced other challenges?
Oh, challenges will be brave. I mean, we need more money to buy more equipment. We need to maybe increase our charges more, but how do you increase charges when people can't even afford the basics? And what we have said is, as an organization, to serve Ghana, we have to be business-minded. Like all other bureaucracies, GSA, and all other government agencies, you inherit a system which is poorly designed. The end say, yes, currently you are digitizing BBR. No more paper moving here and there and getting missing. Your bomb prices and by end of this year, all exports are digitized. All our requests, your request to us will also be automatic. Ghanaian traders, Guta, Yakachomu say they shouldn't go and do all the long paperwork. You have a whole desk for all their import issues. We deal with it that way because well defined. Wake a cry, your friend consolidated, consult. Yakachomu say, look, we understand how your business works because we understand that. But how do you help such a person to make profit whilst protecting consumers in ensuring the work is done well? And I'll put on credits. So the Ghana Union of Traders Associations have really worked at least over the past 2 years with GSA. Okay. They have a right to do a good business. We also have a right to protect Ghanaians. And when the product is bad, we will take it out and destroy it, but we talk. And through this talking, we are moving forward. So we need logistics, we need money, we need vehicles, but we are also buying some from our own efforts. Say government better and be there, you better not say. In fact, we will say no. As I said, we will not depend on aid, but we will not reject aid. And say, but yeah, boy,
okay. And come on, I did. But I also. Who is Professor Alex Dodoo? bibi kakra chen fa wo education ho any some of the things that you take interest in.
Okay, my name is Alexander Dodoo, born in Jamestown in 3rd of May 1964.
British Accra.
British Accra. Because school, I had my primary school in Adabraka Market, and went to St. John's Grammar School and Accra Academy as a young boy for my A-level, and went to Tech 84 to 88. I studied pharmacy, so I'm a pharmacist by training. And I'm a master's in biopharmacy, did 1 year in Canada, then me a PhD in the UK. Worked as a pharmacist in the UK for a while and came here. Since I'm an associate professor of the University of Ghana. I'm on secondment here to do duty because duty calls. I am one of the few experts when it comes to vaccine safety anywhere in the world.
Okay.
So I advise the whole world on vaccines and their safety, as well as medicines and their safety. So I've chaired the International Society of Pharmacovigilance for years. I'm no longer a president. I've chaired the Global Vaccine Safety Initiative. So when it comes to vaccines, anything to vaccines or medicines, if you are looking for experts anywhere in the world and you are looking for Ghanaians, I am definitely one of them. I have published extensively over 60 to 70 scientific papers across the world. That means that I'm in demand and I have no choice but to travel and see countries. I think now I've stopped counting, but I'm close to 100 or more countries just to give advice, to help establish systems, and to help to move the world forward. And I'm saying this latter part because one of the things we've all done is that when the president called, we dropped everything. Because we are who we are because of Ghana.
True.
And I want all young people to learn that. Say, Miminya free education, pure free. University require about to my. Fortunately, my children are in Ghana, going to school in Ghana to also join the national efforts. And if I've gotten free education, my children are regular students, getting government to subsidize their fees. So I want to say, "Be you mama me," and also want to me. Then did we go or did we come? But my dream, they say, as His Excellency the President moves toward the free SHS and other things, no, we'll come back to the time we had in the past, in the early 80s,
okay,
where university education was free. Into His Excellency, your poucho, you be modern passy, you be generating enough wealth. Say, in addition to free SHS, no, in the not too distant future, even university education.
And also you're free.
Nah, you're no free, me no free. And if we have done it before, we can do it again. Because in Yapa, for Ghana, we know say, I want to meet you. Now you show how to socialize it. So far, the NPP party policy. Now, you say if we generate enough wealth and the economy is moving, the way Honorable Napo, he believes in education. President, he believes in education. How do we ensure, say, those we have brought from free SHS will go all the way to become Nobel Prize winners and take over the world? And whatever help. In fact, appointees, to say we'll do what it takes to make sure that there's enough money for the steer. Me and yes, and yes, me can book mu. I saw it with my eyes. No, it's important for the national conversation to speak the truth. And my prayer is that God will let all true speakers be elevated, and all those who want to lie for any reason. God is God. He knows how to do with liars.
Amen. Because
at the end of the day, they say, President, I achieved so many things. The regions are there. Don't we have 16 regions now? 16, yeah. He promised, it's been done. Free SHS, he promised. He didn't do it in the third term. First term, he implemented it without doubt, no equivocation. And yesterday, I say, where the resources will come from, we'll jump, whether we float or whatever. By God's grace, we are getting there. So my candid impression is that the president has done well. Do I think there are other areas we can do more? So you don't know. As president says, open term. So we've done a lot. The automobile industry has started. The rapid industrialization has started. Maybe the only thing I may add, say what else can we do, is probably, even though we are running very fast, is to take off in terms of flying. Because post-COVID, the challenges facing Ghana is going to be one, jobs. Because companies have closed down, because the economy will close down. The economy is opening. How do we encourage young people? How do we encourage banks to start opening 16 hours a day? Because when the banks are opening 16 hours, Okada will work 16 hours. I don't know whether Okada is legal, but legal transportation businesses like Trotro will work 16 hours. That means Coco Seller will work 16 hours. That means Kenke Seller, So let us begin the conversation of running the economy not 9 to 5, by 9 to 10, 9 to 11, so that the young men and women will be able to, because or to stretch it to Saturdays, The everybody say waiting for the same economy to kickstart is going to be difficult. But if we increase the sources of activity, if we increase businesses, if we close some of the streets at night, at least twice a week, and make it street markets, Oxford Street from 9 p.m. till 10 a.m. or 9 p.m. till whatever time, open it up, let street people come, even if it's once a week. You know, let's find new ways of letting the spending of money go up. Now youngsters no nye bibi na musomu ye na youngsters no musomu ka hon bi munka na yenti na yem boamu, because we are all in this together. You are creating things. Let us consume them so that you have the resources to also pay your taxes and create more. That way Ghana by the president dear so far say exams are me manu A star, in fact A double star.
Interesting.
Vice President manu the same. The Akandia, we are all part of the same team. So once our leader gets the credit, we'll get some of the perfume to rub on us. And we thank him really for having kept to his word and having put Ghana beyond. Internationally, we are respected. And my last but not the least, His Excellency Nana Dodoo Akufo-Addo has been a father of the nation. For everything he's doing, he's an NPP man. He's elected by NPP. He's a party man. But everything he's done is that as president has been national. You don't see one partisan nature to any of his activities. And even though we don't shout it as a party, it must be recognized and respected. Say it takes a leader like him or his beautiful wife, Auntie Becky, to set up things to benefit everyone. The Rebecca Foundation, the Rebecca Pediatrics Intensive Care Unit, is for everybody. They don't ask for your party card before you come in.
True.
And she's so passionate about it. And then you say, these are the fathers and mothers that we all want to aspire to. So we pray for long life for them. Let's have 4 more years. Let the 4 more years even see more activity. Let's create more jobs. Let's move this country forward. But I believe so far, so good.
Until say 4 more for Nana.
Absolutely.
4 more to do more.
4 more for Nana to do more, and 4 more to even lift up Ghana better.
Okay. We have a number of comments coming through. This is from Steven Nana Abuaji in Ketia. He says, Prof, is there support for the SecTech students who designed the automatic Veronica bucket?
Unless it's a different one, but if they haven't come to us, please go to Ashanti Region Office. We will come over to you to support you there, so that your invention will go up. Young inventors are the way forward.
Okay. Rosalind says, whoa, thank you so much, Prof. She seems so impressed. Ajua Depa says, powerful message, Prof. Thank you. Someone says, Oshe Nana. Martina Akushika Mensah says, Prof, you are deep. You understand the social structure and the life of the low-income earners. She says, thank you very much. Prof, your last words.
My last words is that we are going to an election. Yes, we are going to have a new register. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's like school. Every year, people leave Form 1 to Form 2. New ones come. They need to be on the register. Old ones go away, whether they die or they leave Form 5. So a new register will come. But regardless of all the things going on, let us realize that we have a leader who has given us a message which is so clear, there is no doubt. With the doubts, the only question to ask is that what are the alternatives? For us, we believe His Excellency Nana Dodoo Akufo-Addo has done so well. We have created an infrastructure for rapid growth of this economy. The economy was growing before COVID. He has shown us a way of recovering from COVID. His Excellency has met all sectors and I've been there at 2 of them. The ideas are working. We are all binding behind him. Our plea is that if anyone has any doubt of staying at home and saying, say me, I won't vote because please be aware that the blessings are coming. And as the blessings come, a bit do obiasun. Secondly, please be aware that when manna fail, people have to go outside the wall to pick it up. So lift yourself up, approach all of us who are working for government. That public agencies have noticed and accepted and are acting it out that we are servants of the people, not masters of the people, until we serve to make your life better. So as people, anybody who has any expectations, please let's keep talking to see how we can help you realize your dream, because your dream is our dream and your success is our success. As Ghana Standards Authority, we'll be there for standards, for certification, for testing, for inspection. We want to hire more people and create jobs, but that can only happen when we are given the opportunity to expand. We are talking to government and we believe that will happen soon. So please watch this space. It may be slower than you want, but in the end, we'll get there. Finally, it's form of Nana, because at the end of the day, we are open there.
Prof, it's been amazing having you on the show, and we wish the Ghana Standards Authority tuning in to today's show. My conversation was with Professor Alex Dodoo. He's the Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority. See you another time. You don't know who we may be bringing on board. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Nana do